Hi, dear cricket fans. Welcome to Cricket Happening. This is the match between India and Pakistan, which ended at Rangiri Dambulla International Stadium in a victory for India by 3 wickets with just one ball remaining, and Pakistan had lost their opportunity to go to the Asia Cup final. India have made themselves available for the final now with Sri Lanka. Well, as far as this match was concerned, this put all the spectators in the stadium at the edge of their seats today. Well, let me start very quickly. This is going to be a quick wrap up, dear cricket fans. I'm a bit unwell, but still I'm coming to you, cricket fans, due to the public demand here. Well, the Pakistani captain Shahid Afridi won the toss and elected to bat in Salman Butt and Imran Farhad put on a good opening partnership of 71 for the first wicket, with Imran Farhad the first to go when he was caught by Sehwag at the slips of the bowling of Harbhajan Singh for 25 of 46 balls with 3-4. Shoaib Malik joined in, played some very confidently, hit 3 boundaries in his score of 39 before being bowled by Zahir Khan for 39, and Pakistan were 144 for 2 in the 29th over. Salman Butt, after playing a very good knock well, with lots of drives, he was sweetly timing the ball and he collected 9 fours with that effort, and he was gone, run out for 74 of 85 balls with 9 fours. After that, Umar Akmal and Umar Amin was promoted in the batting order. They were 3 for 146 in the 30th over, and Umar Amin's promotion didn't really help as he was gone, caught by a stunning catch by Kohli, going to his unnatural handed slip and actually plucking that catch out of thin air. It was travelling at a real pace, but Kohli actually plucked it, and Umar Amin was sent back. Caught Kohli, bowled Harbhajan Singh for 5 and 159 for 4 on the board for Pakistan in the 33rd over. After that, Shahid Afridi came in, immediately meant business. Shahid Afridi showed real aggression by actually smashing Harbhajan Singh for a boundary and then actually lofted him over the pickets for a 6. And so Shahid Afridi was looking very dangerous there, and Shahid Afridi was having company from Umar Akmal. Umar Akmal was very cautiously rotating the strike, and he was playing very, very sensibly. It was also cheeky. There was some good running between the wickets, but then Umar Akmal was the next to go as he was caught behind the bowling of Jadeja for 21 of 26 balls, 1-4. But Umar Akmal was not happy with the decision, unfortunately, and Shahid Afridi and Kamran Akmal were at the crease, and the score at that time stood at 196 for 5. But Shahid Afridi, after hitting 2 4s and 1 6 and contributing 32 of 25 balls, was LBW bowled Praveen Kumar for 32. Kamran Akmal came in, and Kamran Akmal was the one who really gave the impetus to the innings because the other players really couldn't cash on. Abdul Razak was caught behind the ball. That was later in the batting parallel. Before that, Kamran Akmal really played around Shahid Afridi by not really trying to take any risks. He was just playing around. But at that time, the score was when Afridi departed was 219 for 6. But well, Kamran Akmal in the company of the tailenders decided to just play around, and then finally when the batting power play came, Abdul Razak was the first to go. Batting power play was taken at the 46th over, so 5 overs remained. 227 for 6 was the Pakistani score at that stage. And well, Abdul Razak was gone on the first ball bowled by Praveen Kumar in the 46th over when he was caught. Dhoni bowled Kumar for 3. After that, Akmal actually hit a very good 6. In fact, it was a Yorker, but actually it was attempted Yorker which ended in a full toss, and Akmal actually put him over square leg for 6. After that, Nehra's first ball was smote straight over Nehra's head for a 6 by Akmal. Kamran Akmal was the one who was timing the ball very well into hitting the ball into all the gaps actually. But in the meanwhile, Mohammad Amir in the 48th over was run out for 3. And then it was a very good piece of run out actually. Zahir Khan, Zahir Khan who picked up the ball and actually threw in the stumps. Rohit Sharma actually rolled on the ball to the stumps, and Mohammad Amir was caught napping there. And well, after that, Kamran Akmal in the next over made it a habit of hitting 6s when Praveen Kumar's once again another full toss, and that was gone. This time it was smashed over mid wicket for a 6. And the next ball from Praveen Kumar was hit for a superb boundary by Kamran Akmal. And Kamran Akmal, well, another full toss from Praveen Kumar, but this time Kamran Akmal couldn't get it away, put it in the air at mid-on. Raina took the catch. Kamran Akmal gone, caught Raina, bowled Kumar for 51 of 41 balls, 2 4s and 3 6s. And then after that, that's it. In the 50th over, Saeed Ajmal was a victim of Zahir Khan for a duck, and well, the Pakistani innings were ended at 267. The bowling was very good. Praveen Kumar bowled very well. 10 overs, 1 maiden, 3 for 53. Ashish Nehra, 9 overs, no maiden, none for 58. Zahir Khan also bowled well. 9.3 overs, no maiden, 2 for 41. Harbhajan Singh, 8 overs, no maiden, 2 for 47. Sehwag, 3 overs, no maiden, none for 19. And Ravindra Jadeja, 10 overs, no maiden, 1 for 43. As far as the Indian innings was concerned, well, the Indian innings, Gambhir and Sehwag actually opened the attack. But let me tell you, Shoaib Akhtar and Mohammad Amir were bowling in good areas, and they were also troubling the batsmen. And Shoaib Akhtar was really making the ball talk today. But very unlucky not to get a wicket. But then Sehwag was actually hit by cramps, and he was a victim. And Abdul Razak had him caught with some little movement in the air, and Sehwag was caught. Kamran Akmal bowled Abdul Razak for 10 of 32 balls with 1-4. Kohli came in. Kohli played one good boundary. Gambhir at the other end was actually scoring a few boundaries or the loose balls, and also trying to work out the singles there. So he was a sort of an anchor man there. And then Kohli was gone. When Saeed Ajmal was introduced into the attack, the spin was introduced, and Virat Kohli was clean bowled by Saeed Ajmal for 18 of 27 balls with 1-4. So Dhoni joined Gambhir, and Dhoni and Gambhir then took the partnership down. Actually, they knuckled down and they slowly started rotating the strike. They played it in their own way. There was some pressure, but they did it in fine style, in professional manner. And after that, the first to go was Gambhir. After making 83 runs, was clean bowled by Saeed Ajmal for 83 of 97 balls with 6 fours and 1 6. That was a very good effort from Gambhir under the circumstances. And Rohit Sharma came in, played very good 2 cut shots of the bowling of Shoaib Akhtar, I suppose, for boundary. But then Rohit Sharma was scalped by Afridi. As Afridi had him LBW for 22. Meanwhile, Dhoni at the other end was just milking the bowling. He was taking singles, odd boundary hit in between, and Suresh Raina came in. Now 210, at 210, Dhoni also departed. So that was a blow for India. And he was clean bowled by Shoaib Malik for 56 of 71 balls with 2 fours and 1 6. And well, India still needed 57 runs in the next 8 overs. So let's see what happened in those 8 overs. Well, going to the 8th over, well, I'll take you directly to the batting power play now, because at 45 overs, India were 219 for 5. 49 runs were required from 6 overs. But for India, it was disaster, as Saeed Ajmal actually clean bowled Ravindra Jadeja for 6, and India were in trouble. But well, Raina was still there, and Raina with the 3rd ball decided that well, things are really going out of hand. And immediately as Harbhajan came in, Raina actually beautifully bisected the gap between point and short 3rd man and hit a boundary. And in the last ball, slogged Ajmal for a 6 to collect 13 runs into the over. And India still needed 36 runs from 4 overs. India were 232 for 6. But Shoaib Akhtar to Harbhajan Singh, the second delivery of the 47th over, and Harbhajan Singh slammed him with absolutely sweet timing into the over the ropes it went, and that was a 6. So that was something stunning from Harbhajan Singh, and Shoaib Akhtar was absolutely surprised. So at end of over 47, India were 241 for 6, and then that was a good over from Mohammad Amir. But in fact, 11 runs came of the over, with Raina actually converting a Yorker and hitting a boundary. And then end of over 48, India 252 for 6. 16 runs were required of the next 12 balls. The spectators were at the edge of their seats there. And well, what happened was absolutely stunning, as Suresh Raina actually made room for himself and actually clubbed Shoaib Akhtar over square leg for a 6. So that was, the pressure was absolutely relieved. And well, in that over, 9 runs came, with Harbhajan also joining there. And end of over 49, India 261 for 6. 7 runs were required of the last over. The match could have gone either way, because Mohammad Amir was at the ball. But Mohammad Amir actually struck a very good blow there. He actually ran out Suresh Raina, the danger man, for 34 of 27 balls, 2 fours and 2 6s. And suddenly, Pakistan were looking with a chance. And Mohammad Amir bowled, and Praveen Kumar came in, and well, he took 2 runs, and there was some sloppy fielding from the Pakistani fielders, and 2 runs were taken. And the 4th ball, there was 1 more single taken. And after that, well, it was all left to Harbhajan Singh. Harbhajan Singh had to do this, because as you know, there were 7 runs required and only 4 runs were made. But Harbhajan Singh really, there's 2 balls to go. The spectators at the edge of the seats. Mohammad Amir comes in, bowls to Harbhajan Singh, and Harbhajan Singh smashed him for a 6 from the sweetest part of the bat, and it went flying over. Harbhajan was absolutely pumped up, lifting his bat, and that was victory for India. But what an exciting match here, absolutely going down to the wire. And well, let me tell you, the spectators had their excitement in full. The cricket fans had their excitement in full. The people who were watching on the television would have had their excitement in full. Let me go through the bowling figures here. So 271, Harbhajan Singh was not out on 15 of 11 balls, 2 fours. Praveen Kumar was not out on 3, and that was something. And there was a lot of needle between the Indian and Pakistani players. Unfortunately, it was Shahid, once it was Gambhir and Akmal, and then it was Shoaib Akhtar and